what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got. Don't
Hey,
hold
it's Miss
back.
Rigal. Another day of trying to get this packet knocked out.
I'll be just fine.
It is due May 8th.
No
It's
offense
Wednesday.
to you,
Today's
don't
date
waste
is
your time.
Wednesday, April 22nd,
Here's why.
2020. And
Because
guess
I'm
what?
happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a
It's
roof.
Earth Day.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you
But it's
feel
also
like happiness is the truth. Because I'm
my
happy. Clap
birthday.
along if you know
I was
what
hoping I could
happiness
share
is.
my birthday with my
Because I'm
students
happy. Clap along
on this
if you
regular school
feel
day.
like that's what you want to do.
But that is not what was in the cards for us. So I hope you have a happy April 22nd. I am trying to. Stuck at the house, but we're going to maybe cut some cake and maybe open a present. I don't know if I've been that good, but we'll see. But first, I got to get this packet learning done. Little section for today we're going to get done. There are also websites for more distance learning. I know you're familiar with the ARC Bookshelf and Zern and iReady. And if you have any questions about usernames or passwords, please contact me. Don't hesitate to give me a message or a phone, like a text, or I even gave my home phone number if you want to call and ask me what those username and passwords are. Okay, so today in reading and writing, we left off on page 194. I believe it is a writing assignment today, but they did want us to reread Keeping Pets Safe. So if you would, I would love for you to pause the video and try to read that yourself and before I read it, because I want you to try to practice. Okay, keeping pets safe. Some tracking dogs find a lost pet quickly. Sometimes they lose the trail. Someone may put a pet in a car. Sometimes a pet is taken inside a building. Then the trail is lost. Some pets get hit by a car. You can help keep your pet safe. You can have the vet put a tiny chip in a dog or cat. That chip tells who the animal belongs to. But the best thing to do is keep the pet in the house or yard. Okay, so on page 194, it wants you to write about how to keep pets safe. You're supposed to think about things that can be done to keep a pet safe and then write about it. But before we write, it is a good idea to brainstorm. Think about what kind of pet we're talking about. Most people have dogs and cats, but some people have unusual pets, maybe like a bird or a hamster or a guinea pig. Some people even have snakes. And some people have fish. I know at my house we have 2 cats and a dog. And the way we keep them safe is to make sure that they can't get out of our house. The dog can go out, but the cats never go out. The dog goes in the yard, but one way to keep her safe is to make sure she's on a leash or make sure that the gate or the fence is shut so that she can't run into the road or get lost. And the way we keep our cat safe is to make sure that when we open the door to go outside, we don't leave the door open. We make sure that our screens are attached really well on our windows if we do decide to open a window. Our cats don't have claws on their front paws, so they are not able to defend themselves if they get out. So we are very careful not to let them out outdoors. So think about all the ways you can keep your pet safe. You can keep it inside the yard, keep it indoors. Sometimes you have to keep your pets away from each other. I know that we used to have guinea pigs, and I knew that the cats were very curious about the guinea pigs. Cats can hurt guinea pigs and hamsters, and they even love to watch the fish. So you got to be careful. Make sure your pets don't hurt each other. Think about other ways that you could keep your pets safe. Sometimes there's things that they eat that aren't good for them. We keep our cleaners put away. Not that they really act interested in it, but just in case. I know that chocolate is not good for dogs. So that's another way you can keep them safe. So go ahead and write about a way or ways that you think you can keep a pet safe. Remember to start your sentences with capital or uppercase letters. Put spaces between your words, and end your sentences with a punctuation mark, like a period or a question mark or an exclamation point. And stay on topic. If you are writing about how to keep a pet safe, you don't need to start writing about how awesome dogs are or how cats are funny. That's getting off topic. You got to answer the question or write about the topic that was given. Okay, so you can pause the video and finish that writing assignment. And I wish so much I could see it. All right, next we have our word work. And on page 24, I believe we have covered all of those words. I did not see an up page. So we are going to move on to et, on page 116. Get, bet, jet, set, pet, vet, net, let, met, yet, wet. And now we have the ets words. Gets, bets, jets, sets, pets, vets, nets, lets. And the thing different about this word is there's an apostrophe. So lets is short for let us. Mets. And this starts with a capital uppercase M because this is a team. I believe it's a baseball team. So you capitalize the M because it is the name of a team. And I did not find an et story where we circle the et words in the packet, so we are going to move on to the ill words. Page 110, there are ill words, I-L-L. And we have will, hill, pill, fill, bill, until. And the thing different about until is that it has one L instead of two. Grill, chill, drill, spill, Bill, and it is an uppercase capital B because Bill is the name of a man or a boy. Now we have our ills words, I-L-L-S. wills, hills, pills, fills, bills, grills, chills, drills, spills, bills. And we have apostrophe S because this means it belongs to Bill, like Bill's car. Or it is short for Bill is, like Bill's a great guy. It means Bill is a great guy. And I did not see an ill story where we circle the ill words, so we're going to move on to ACK, page 124. Okay, we have black, back, sack, shack, smack, stack, jack, pack, rack, snack, whack. And now we've added an S, A-C-K-S, backs, sacks, shacks, smacks, stacks, jacks, packs, racks, snacks, wax. And in this ACK family, we have words that end with acket, A-C-K-E-T, jacket, packet, racket. All right, and that is it for the word work. So now we are on page 200 for math. It is Mission 4, Lesson 14. This is really a continuation of things that we did in Lesson 13. So, number 1 on the problem set, I believe it has the quick 10 picture drawn for you. So really all you have to do is count up the picture and you will get your answer. Trying to make sure I can turn to the right page. Okay, when you add the 18 and the 1x, you get 19, and that is 1 10 and 9 ones. Okay, if you go to number 2, the quick 10 is drawn for you. You have your 18 with the 10 stick and the 8 dots, and when you added those 2 x's, it made a full tower of 10, and that is why the line is drawn through it. So if you count up your picture, you have 10, 20. So 18 plus 2 equals 20. That is 2 10s and 0 ones. Number 3 is this last one that they drew the quick 10 picture for you. They drew the 18 with the 10 stick and the dots, and then they added the 5 x's. But they couldn't add the 5 x's to the tower, all to the second tower, because when it reaches 10, that's all it can take. So the 3 had to drop to the ground. So if you count up your picture, you have 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 18 plus 5 is 23. Okay, if you go to number 4, I have already drawn my 29 with 2 10 sticks and 9 dots. And all we have to do is add the 1. And when that 1x was added on top of the tower, it made a full 10. So you draw a line through it. When your picture is complete, you can count your picture. 10, 20, 30. 29 plus 1 equals 30. Okay, number 5. 29 plus 3. I already drew the 29. 2 10 sticks and 9 dots is 29. And you add your 3 X's. Okay, but only one of the X's was needed to make a full 10 tower. So the other 2 X's are going to fall to the ground. So if you add up your picture, you have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. That's 3 10s and 2 1s. Number 6. Again, I already have the quick 10 drawn for 29. And all we're going to do is add the 6 X's. Only one X could go in that tower because there was only one more spot. So now that we've made a full 10, we draw a line through it. And then we still have the 5 other X's that have to start at the ground. Okay, so when your picture is complete, you can count your picture up. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. It's 3 10s and 5 1s. Number 7, 16 plus 4. I already drew my 16 in quick 10s. And we're going to add the 4 X's. Oh, looks like that tower is full. There are 6 spaces taken, so we are going to draw a line through it. And if you count your picture up, you see that there are 2 full 10s, so that is 10, 20. 16 plus 4 equals 20. That is 2 10s and 0 1s. Number 8. 16 is already drawn in quick 10s, and we must add the 6. That 6 is not going to fit all in that tower, so we know that something's going to fall off to the ground. Okay, that tower is full. It's a full 10. So now the other 2 of that 6 must fall to the ground. So if you count up your picture, you have 10, 20, 21, 22. So 16 plus 6 is 22. Number 9, 26 plus 6. Drew my 26 in quick 10s, and we must add the 6. That entire 6 is not going to go in that tower. Oh, that tower is full. It's a full 10, so the rest of the 6 must fall to the ground. And now, if you count up your picture, you have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. 26 plus 6 equals 32. Okay, on page 201, we're looking at number 10, and now we are doing number bonds. The best way that I've been able to figure out which number we're going to chop up or break down is to look at that smaller number and see, is there anything that smaller number can give to the larger number to get it to the next 10. So 17's next 10 would be 20. There is nothing that 2 can give to that 17 to make it 20. So we're going to break down the larger number. We're going to break it down into its 10s and 1s, which is 10 and 7. Next, we're going to add 7 plus 2 equals 9. And then you can't forget about the 10 that's floating out there by itself. So you say 10 plus 9 equals 19. And then you go back to the original problem, the first one, 17 plus 2, it equals 19. That is 1 10 and 9 ones. Number 11, 17 plus 5. In this case, the 5 can give the 17 some of its numbers to go to the next 10, which is 20. So 17 is going to borrow 3 from 5 to get to 20. And then what's left of 5 after you take 3 is 2. So this time we're going to add 17 plus 3 and get our 20. And then we're going to go grab the 2 and say 20 plus 2 equals 22. So go back to the first problem and put 17 plus 5 equals 22. That is 2 10s and 2 1s. Okay, number 12. Looking at 25 plus 4. There is nothing that 4 can give to that 25 to get to 30. So we are going to chop up the larger number into its 10s and 1s, which is 20 and 5. So next we're going to add our 5 and our 4. 5 plus 4 equals 9. And then we go grab that 20 that's floating out there by itself and add it to the 9 that we just made. 20 plus 9 equals 29. So 25 plus 4 equals 29. That is 2 10s and 9 1s. Number 13 is 25 plus 6. All right, is there something that 6 can give to that 25 to get it to 30? And this time there is. 6 can give 5 to 25 to get it to 30. And what's left of 6 after you take 5 is 1. So now 25 plus 5 equals 30. And then you've got to go grab that 1. 30 plus 1 equals 31. So 25 plus 6 equals 31. That's 3 10s and 1 1. All right, number 14 is 34 plus 4. Is there anything that 4 can give to 34 to get it to 40? No, 4 doesn't have enough to get 34 to the next 40. So we're going to go chop up the larger number into its 10s and 1s. It has 30 and 10s and 4 and 1s. So next we're going to add 4 plus 4 equals 8. And we got to go grab that 30. 30 plus 8 equals 38. So that is 3 10s and 8 1s. Okay, 15. Last on the problem set page is 34 plus 8. Does 8 have anything it can give to 34 to get it to the next 10, which is 40? Yes, 8 is large enough. It can give something to 34 to make it 40. That number is 6. And when you take 6 from 8, what's left over? 2. Okay, so you add 34 plus 6. And you get to 40. And as you can see, we're doing it the arrow way. This is a little different, not as popular, but it's still a strategy that we need to be familiar with. And from 40, we got to go grab that 2 that was not used yet. And we get to 42. So 34 plus 8 equals 42. That is 4 10s and 2 1s. All right, on page 202 is the exit ticket. Number 1, we have our quick 10 drawn for us, and all we have to do is add the 1, the 1x, and then if you count up your picture, you have 18. That is 1 10 and 8 1s. Okay, number 2 is 17 plus 3. I already have my 17 drawn in quick 10s. Then you add your 3 x's. It just so happens there are 3 spots left in that tower. So that made a full 10. And if you count your picture, you have 10, 20. So 17 plus 3 equals 20. That is 2 10s and 0 1s. Okay, number 3 is 17 plus 6. I already put my 17 in quick 10s, and I am just going to add the 6 x's. But all 6 x's aren't going to go in that tower. There's only 10 spots. It looks like only 3 of those x's are going to go in that tower because that's a full 10. So now the remaining are going to have to fall to the ground. So 17 plus 6, if you look at your picture, it is 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. 17 plus 6 equals 23. That's 2 10s and 3 1s. Number 4, this is where we do the number bond. So we decided to chop up the 32 because there is not enough in 7 to get 32 to 40. So we come over to the big number and we chop it up into its 10s and 1s, which is 30 and 2. We add 2 plus 7 and we get 9. And then we have to go get the 30 floating out there by itself and add it to the 9 we just made. Get 30 plus 9 equals 39. So go back to your first problem and write 32 plus 7 equals 39. That is 3 10s and 9 1s. And finally, we have number 5, which is 26 plus 9, and I already have my answer filled in there. But we have to show our work, and the strategy that we are going to use on this one is the arrow way. So in the arrow way, we're going to try to get that 9 to the next 10. 9 needs to borrow 1 from 26. So we're going to break 26 down into 25 and 1 so that 9 can have that 1. So 9 plus 1 is 10. And now that we've used that 1, that 25 is still floating out there. So we add 25 to the 10. And we get 35. 35 is 3 10s and 5 1s. Not the most popular strategy, but still one that we have to be familiar with. Now that we've practiced, you need to do the homework on pages 203 and 204. I have already worked mine. I have the answers. If you would like to check your answers, you can ask me to send you a copy of the way I worked it so that you can make sure that your answers are correct. And it might be that you even show me the correct answer. I might be wrong. So if you'll do that for today, we'll get another chunk of this packet done. And we are all done for today. You can always work ahead if you like. It's okay if you don't. Week 2, day 4 will be posted Thursday, April 23rd. And I hope you have a great day. I am going to try to have the best quarantined birthday I can possibly have. Y'all find something sweet and eat it for me. Think of me. Love y'all and miss y'all. Bye-bye.